They should just cancel Miss America at this point. It's just been revealed that the infamous beauty pageant will no longer have a swimsuit competition for fear of people actually judging women by their beauty. The swimsuit competition has been around since 1946, back when swimsuits were about as sexy as a banana costume. They turned to bikinis in 1997, which is coincidentally the first year the pageant became watchable, and now 20 years later they've abolished it entirely. Now, I don't claim to be a Miss America aficionado. I've seen a couple of them throughout the years, and it did kind of draw me in. I walked by the living room, and my parents had Miss Universe on this last year, and I was like, why are you watching this? But I also didn't leave the room for an hour. Miss Nepal was robbed. I don't even know where the fuck that is. If I'm gonna watch, I usually want to see what the Asian girls look like, because pretty Asian girls are prettier than pretty non-Asian girls. But Miss China was jarringly ugly in comparison to the rest of them, to the point where she did her walk, and you're like, did someone change the channel to the Westminster Dog Breeding Championships? Nah, she wasn't a dog, otherwise they would have tortured her and skinned her alive at a meat festival. China's fucked up in some ways. But she advanced to the semifinals anyway, because I guess somebody cashed in a government favor. Beauty pageants in general have a stigma around them already. I'm sure they did from the start, but I thought it was like porn, where the feminists think it's empowering if they choose to do that. Guess not anymore. I think feminism has added a new clause recently to where it can't be female empowerment if guys like it. If your path to self-esteem and independence and taking charge of your own choices benefits us in any way, they're like, shut it down, we're playing into their hands again, time to think of something else. Whether you're a beauty contestant, a prostitute, a stripper, porn star, pretty much anything that makes our dick hard. It's like you can't do it to fulfill yourself anymore if it fulfills us too. In a way, that kind of thinking is controlling your body more than we are. At this point, all you've got left is to be an astronaut or get an abortion. Having the right to choose is empowering, but you can't get an abortion without getting pregnant, and you can't get pregnant without making our dick hard. Shit. Astronaut it is. Pat Robertson is still alive somehow. My mom watches the 700 Club like every morning so she can learn all the worst takes on what's happening in the world. I walked by and heard him on TV answering viewer questions, and some woman from Illinois, a state that wouldn't even be on the map without Chicago. Chicago should just be the name of the whole state. Like, really, nobody even says Illinois ever. It has an S at the end for no reason. But this chick asked him if he thought climate change was real, and it took him about 5 minutes to basically answer that it was a false flag operation in an attempt to legitimize science. Because you know how science needs legitimizing. But I bring this up because Pat Robertson has a bevy of delectable nonsense quotes spanning all topics, and since we're talking about feminism, I thought I'd share/remind you what the guy who thinks Christians today in America are the most persecuted group in history thinks about feminism. Here is a direct quote. "The feminist agenda is not about equal rights for women. It is about a socialist, anti-family political movement that encourages women to leave their husbands, kill their children, practice witchcraft, destroy capitalism, and become lesbians." Somehow this isn't a quote from the late 1600s, although Pat does look like he's been there. He's 88 years old, which means he should have retired 20 years ago. He also said that Planned Parenthood encourages bestiality, which makes sense, because previously there was this huge scare of, what if I get the goat pregnant? But thanks to contraception and the morning after pill, now farmers can go nuts without any satyrs or centaurs popping out. You can sort of get lost in Pat Robertson's Wikipedia page. I recommend it. Dude, on an episode where he was interviewing Condoleezza Rice, she talked about how mac and cheese was her favorite Thanksgiving dish, and after the interview he was like, "What is this mac and cheese? Is that a black thing?" I mean, it can be, but it's mostly just a poor people thing. Macaroni and cheese is disgusting, I do have to say. People would rather make art with macaroni than eat it. You know your food is gross when it pairs best with glue. But back to pageantry. Judging people by their looks is ingrained into our DNA. It keeps us alive. Like if someone looks like a serial killer, that means serial killers have historically looked like them. I still am fervently against the notion that looks don't matter. You can try to lessen their impact, but they play a role. I mean, that's an aspect of a significant other you should be able to lock down straight away. If they're attractive, it's something you don't have to worry about until much later when you're both old and you're hoping her illness takes her sooner rather than later so you can have 22-year-old girlfriends again. If you meet someone in the wild, outside the internet, which is a distant memory for me, but that's beside the point. If you see someone in the real world, looks are the first thing you notice about them. You can't see someone's ambition from across the room if she's not in the middle of a hot dog eating contest. Now those people are going places. So if they're already falling short in the looks department, it's an uphill battle balance-wise to have the rest of themselves be worthwhile to you. Looks ain't everything, but they ain't nothing. But there's been a liberal campaign to expand our standards of beauty so that it includes literally everyone, at which point the idea of beauty loses all inherent meaning. It's like everyone being special. That means no one is special. If everyone is above average, it raises the average. Miss America torching the swimsuit portion of the proceedings is only the start of our collective eye rolls. Next year, they'll announce a fatty division, then the year after that, it'll be something about deformity empowerment, and the next thing you know, Miss America 2021 is going to be a chunky monkey with elephantiasis and an eye patch. In 2022, it won't even be called Miss America anymore because it'll be offensive to all the gender fluid people that sign up, so they'll call it Person America until 2023, when that name unwittingly excludes all the robots that want to take part. People are waging war against exclusivity. If you open a club, everyone better be able to join it. It's not the Boy Scouts anymore, it's the non-binary molestation camp. A 6-year-old boy puts a No Girls Allowed sign on his treehouse and attracts an angry mob of adult protesters who stand out there with signs like, "Let her in!" Athletic stores better start making some female jock straps. For too long, man has been the only gender able to protect his dick from baseballs. Well, no more, say woman. I say gender segregation is fine if it's voluntary. When it comes to high school sports teams, I don't see any harm in being a little more inclusive, though. If a girl wants to play football, let her play football. She probably has a penis anyway. And if she sucks, bench her. Who cares? Being treated equally means getting benched like all the other shitty teammates out there. At least she's a wide receiver in the bedroom. People are acting like the idea of gender is going away, or that we need to make it go away to roll out the red carpet for the 0.6% of Americans who identify as transgender. Let me know when it's 50%, then we'll make some calls. The foundation of our classification system is not being shaken up by such a tiny minority. I read some scientific journals about the biology of trans people, and there was a ton of information that not enough people know probably. Gender dysphoria is a condition, like asthma or synesthesia, one where your mind develops on a different path than your body. The cortex of your brain is vital to the determining of gender in the womb, and studies have shown that trans people have cortexes with more thickness in different regions, depending on whether it's male to female or female to male. There's not a lot of definitive conclusions that have been drawn, but from what I've read, it basically sounds exactly like body dysmorphia, only instead of finding fault with a specific area of appearance, they find it with the whole gender. Now, understandably, referring to trans people as sick will trigger a lot of people. But if you have a condition where your brain and body disagree on what gender you are, that sure doesn't sound healthy. The left wants to push that it's normal to be trans, but that's biologically false. People are born that way, but by the same token, it's not normal to be schizophrenic or albino. No discrimination intended, but you're factually a genetic outlier, hence why there aren't way more of you. There are 4 times as many people with body dysmorphia than gender dysmorphia, and I don't see any of them fighting for a bathroom. Classifying trans people as their own gender would be like calling albinos a race, even though albinism can affect all ethnicities, just as trans affects both genders. You can't say vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry are defunct terms just because some ice creams are coming out Neapolitan. Male and female remain the defining ends of the spectrum, and they ain't going anywhere. It does make you wonder why albinos aren't discriminated against like trans people are. I mean, they're made fun of openly, and as with trans people, it takes a specific kind of person to be attracted to them, but it's not like they're not allowed places. It's probably because most people don't care to know what gender dysphoria is, or that it's a condition, and not some third gender here to erase everything we thought we knew. People recoil in fear and discomfort instead of educating themselves. The only thing you should be afraid of in regard to trans people is that Caitlyn Jenner might run you the fuck over. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.